What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. If the current state of Call of Duty is a little too stale for you, you're probably going to be excited about the rumors that are circulating regarding Call of Duty 2027. I know it's 2 years away, but at least we know that something refreshing is coming to the franchise, because finally, they are going to move away from the Modern Warfare subtitle of games and the Black Ops subtitle of games. Thank you, Sledgehammer Games. Now, if it's not just the name that you find stale, but it's also the gameplay, well, the rumors seem to suggest that we're going to be getting some new gameplay elements added into the Call of Duty formula. I'll kind of wait and see if you guys can guess what it is, because if you haven't heard of these rumors, I doubt you can guess that they are going to bring in martial arts into Call of Duty. That's right. As per this rumor that we're going to go through very shortly, there's going to be karate chops and karate kicks coming to Call of Duty. I don't know what these guys are doing anymore, but let's dive into this full rumor and talk about it, because it is absolutely unhinged. From the Ghost of Hope. Exclusive. COD 2027 by Sledgehammer Games will not be Advanced Warfare 2, and will instead be set in a completely new sub-franchise, set during the modern era. No jetpacks, but movement is planned to be a big focus. Zombies is currently not being planned for the game. Get High is planned to return. There may be focus on martial arts within the gameplay, with karate kicks and karate chops as examples. Now, it is just a rumor. I want to preface this, because I think it's important that we don't take this entire leak at face value. But Ghost of Hope is pretty well connected. I don't know how, I don't know who he's connected to, but he seems to be pretty well connected when it comes to leaks regarding Call of Duty and even other games as well. So I will at least read into this a little bit. The first thing that I will commend Sledgehammer for, and even Activision in this case, is moving away from Black Ops or from Modern Warfare, or even utilizing something like Advanced Warfare again. I think going with a completely different sub-franchise is extremely smart, and it will help people that have had this fatigue regarding the Call of Duty franchise. We do need a change in formula, and I think this is a good first step. With it being set in the modern era, I also really like that idea, because regardless of your feelings with the Modern Warfare franchise right now, it is stale over there, but I know there can be so much more done than what they're doing from Infinity Ward. So I'm curious to see what Sledgehammer Games does in that regard, because I kind of trust them more than any other studio right now. I mean, we're seeing the laziness of Treyarch, we've seen the incompetence and arrogance of Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games really hasn't had a great opportunity to shine. I know a lot of people loved Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer. I think they did a great job post-launch, which I've talked about endlessly. But I would like to see them get a full chance here to really showcase what they can do. Because I think they were shafted with Vanguard. I think that they were unfortunately overhated for World War II. And even Advanced Warfare was kind of this very mixed reaction game. So for them to just set a game that probably will be enjoyable, it is something I do want to see. I like the fact that there's going to be no jetpacks. Even though I do like advanced movement, I like wall running, I like double jumping, those elements of movement are nice. I'm okay with no jetpacks. I'm okay with them trying to build something with boots on the ground. But then that next sentence says movement is planned to be a big focus, and for me, I don't necessarily love that. Now, that could mean there's wall running. That could mean there's double jumping. That could mean that there's other elements to the movement system. But overall, I think there needs to be that grounded version of Call of Duty that seems to be more boots on the ground, more traditional, more, I guess, like realistic versus this arcadey style of movement that we're seeing, especially in Black Ops 6 with Omni movement. I don't know, though. I get a little queasy thinking of them focusing constantly on movement. Like, that's what we've heard from Call of Duty for the last several years. Even with Modern Warfare 3, there's a big focus on movement. Black Ops 6, big focus on movement. Black Ops 7, optimizing the Omni movement system. And for me, they rarely talk about them focusing on gunplay, which is kind of the core of Call of Duty. Like, the gunplay has kind of taken a back seat in recent titles, and I think it's shown with just how inconsistent everything is with the game. The game feels great when you're controlling your character, but when it comes to actually doing the thing that you're trying to do, which is shoot your weapon, it feels clunky and inconsistent, and it really just leads to you not wanting to play. So I'd rather see a focus on good gunplay than good movement, but that's just me. Now comes the controversial part of this, because right now there is no zombies currently planned for the game. And I know zombies has been the staple third mode of Call of Duty for a really long time, but I'm sort of getting fatigued by it. Like, honestly, I'll say this. I think zombies just needs to be a Treyarch thing, and Infinity Ward can do Spec Ops, and maybe Sledgehammer Games can do something else. I don't care what it is, but I think it's time for them to think outside the box, be a little bit more risky with their decision making instead of playing it safe with another zombies mode that's just built upon what they've done before that honestly isn't adding anything new. So for me, them not doing zombies is showing that they're not playing it safe. And that's the one thing I will take away from this, regardless of my feelings towards what we're going to talk about in a second. I like a lot of what Sledgehammer's doing because it feels like they're not playing it safe. Black Ops 6 is a play it safe game. Black Ops 7 is most likely going to do the same. I want to see a game really take some risks and try to push the boundaries of what this franchise can be, instead of just keeping it as a very mediocre experience as to what it is today. Now, to talk about Get High, it wasn't something I ever played in Modern Warfare 3, so I can't really comment on it too much. But if they want to lean on this and make it a good sub mode for whatever this game's going to be, Call of Duty 2027, I think that could be a smart decision because I know it was popular with a lot of players. So finding a mode and creating a mode that is popular with players is a huge stepping stone to finding a distinct identity for your development studio. So that's a good thing. I don't know if it's enough to like replace zombies by any means, but it could be at least something to help those players who get fatigued by multiplayer and have completed campaigns. So they have something else to do on the game that keeps them engaged and obviously keeps them spending money in the store, because that's what Activision cares about. They want you spending money in the store, so they need the game to be as engagement focused as possible. So now the final point, and I'm sure you heard my sigh there. The idea of karate kicks and karate chops coming into the game is more like a meme than anything else. Like, I can't really sit here and take it too seriously until I see it in action. Like, I normally try to reserve a lot of my criticism until I see it actually in use. But by the sounds of this, it just doesn't sound like something that belongs in Call of Duty. And for me, I just don't really get why they're doing it. Now, who knows? Maybe it's going to be something that is completely different from our expectations, and it's going to be part of their other modes that they're going to offer outside of multiplayer, and it's not even an aspect of multiplayer. It's really too early to tell. Like, this game's 2.5 years out, right? Like, we're 6 months away, less than 6 months away from Black Ops 7, and we're 1.5 years away from Modern Warfare 4. So whatever's happening in COD 2025 is still a ways out, and this could be something that they're just testing right now to see if it has any viability in the game, and they will probably remove it if it isn't viable, or if it isn't fun, or if it isn't engaging. So that's kind of why I'm not going to completely get my panties in a bunch here and say they can't add martial arts to Call of Duty, because I don't think they will. I don't think it'll be substantial to the game, unless it is. And at that point, once we find out it's true, yeah, my panties will be all bunched up. I'm going to tell you that honestly. I'll probably wear double just so I get a good extra bunch so that I can really express my anger with it. But right now, especially when it comes to leaks, I'm not going to get overly worked up. I'm more or less intrigued by all this than angry by any of it. I love some of what Sledgehammer is doing, and I am cautiously optimistic about other stuff, while I'm also not going to believe everything I'm reading. If you had told me 2.5 years ago that Black Ops 6 was going to have American Dad crossovers and Beavis and Butthead crossovers, I probably would have called you crazy, right? So we never know what's in store for us. Call of Duty's always changing, and this might be Sledgehammer's vision today, but then Activision gets their grimy fingers on it and they switch it up tomorrow. So we'll see what comes from this in 2.5 years, I guess. So that's everything I've got to say for the video today. So now I'll turn it over to you. I'd love to hear your thoughts regarding these leaks and what you think of it. So leave a comment down below and let me know. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.